Welcome to Using Technology to Advance Equity and Inclusion, Accessibility Tools for Diverse Learners. In this video, we will discuss tools for deaf or hard of hearing children. This series was funded by the Connecticut Office of Early Childhood through the Governor's Education Emergency Relief Fund. This presentation was created by educational consultants from Learn Regional Educational Service Center. In many of the videos in this series, you will notice that we use person-first language. For example, instead of saying a blind child, we will say a child with blindness. But language and societal values are always evolving. Person-first language is not a one-size-fits-all solution. Some within the disability community oppose person-first language. They believe that if language is needed to separate them from a trait of theirs, it suggests that trait is negative. They may prefer to use identity-first language because they feel the trait is a core component of their identity. Many people in the deaf community, for example, have rejected person-first language. Lowercase deaf is used to describe the audiological condition of not hearing, while uppercase deaf refers to the community. The deaf community in the U.S. shares a language, American Sign Language, and a culture. The most accepted terms are deaf and hard of hearing. Hard of hearing tends to refer to people with mild or moderate hearing loss, those who lost their hearing later in life, or those who don't otherwise identify with the deaf community. But the distinctions and preferences are nuanced and personal. Hearing impaired is viewed negatively. The National Institute of Health writes that since the deaf and hard of hearing community is diverse, it is recommended to ask a person's preference when writing a story about one person. If writing generally, consider using what the community at large uses. Nearly all organizations of the deaf use the term deaf and hard of hearing, and this video will follow the recommendations from the National Association of the Deaf by using the term deaf and hard of hearing. For more information, we encourage you to visit the National Association of the Deaf's Community and Culture Frequently Asked Questions webpage at the link on your screen. This video will introduce you to various accessibility tools that can help deaf and hard of hearing children and demonstrate how these tools can help deaf and hard of hearing children access and engage with educational content. Let's discuss hearing loss. Hearing loss in children is a condition that affects their ability to detect sounds, which can occur in one or both ears and range from mild to profound levels of impairment. Even a mild degree of hearing loss can have a significant impact on a child's ability to develop speech and language skills properly. Statistically, approximately 4 in every 1,000 children are born with some form of hearing loss. By the time children reach age 12, about 20% experience some level of hearing loss, which can result from various factors, including head trauma, illnesses, exposure to loud noises, or certain medical treatments. To catch and address hearing loss early, screenings are conducted within the first month of a child's life, and it is recommended that ongoing screenings continue through age 10. Hearing loss can either be temporary or permanent, but regardless of its nature, early intervention services are crucial. These services are key in helping young children develop essential language and communication skills, setting a foundation for better educational and social outcomes as they grow. Hearing loss in children is classified as mild, moderate, severe, or profound. A child with mild hearing loss will have trouble hearing soft sounds, including people with soft voices. A child with moderate hearing loss will have some trouble following conversations at a normal level, particularly if there's background noise. A child with severe hearing loss has trouble hearing loud voices. A child with profound hearing loss cannot hear most sounds. This slide presents two primary types of hearing loss, each affecting children in a different way. The first is conductive hearing loss. This is the most common form of hearing loss in infants and young children. It occurs when there is an obstruction or damage in the outer or middle ear that prevents sound from reaching the inner ear. Common causes include ear infections, fluid in the ear, or abnormalities that affect the ear structure. Fortunately, conductive hearing loss is often reversible through treatments like ear tubes, medication, or surgery. The second is sensorineural hearing loss. This type involves problems in the inner ear or the neural pathways to the brain. It can be congenital, meaning the child is born with it, or it can develop later due to genetic factors, noise exposure, or injury. Sensorineural hearing loss is usually permanent. Managing this type of hearing loss may involve hearing aids, cochlear implants, and learning alternative communication methods such as sign language, lip reading, and using gestures. Understanding these types of hearing loss is crucial for effective diagnosis and treatment, helping children achieve better communication abilities and overall quality of life. This slide highlights important signs of potential hearing issues in children, categorized by age group. For newborns and infants, keep an eye out for the following indicators: not being startled or upset by sudden loud noises, by 3 months, not recognizing their parents' voices, which is a critical early milestone, by 6 months, failing to turn their head towards sounds, which usually indicates issues with sound localization, and by 12 months, not imitating sounds or simple words, which is a key development in early speech. For toddlers and older children, be aware of these signs: delayed language skills or abnormal speech patterns, which can indicate hearing problems, an insistence on turning the volume high on the TV or music, which may suggest difficulty hearing at normal levels, general learning difficulties, which could be related to an inability to hear clearly in educational settings, lack of attention to conversations and not responding when called by name are crucial signs of possible hearing issues, and trouble hearing over background noises, which affects how well they can follow conversations in noisy environments. What if you have some concerns about your child's development? Begin by talking with your child's doctor. If you still have concerns after talking with your child's doctor, you can reach out to 211 of Connecticut by dialing 211. You do not need to wait for a doctor's referral or a medical diagnosis to make this call. If your child is age 3 or older, you can also call any local public elementary school, even if your child does not go to school there. Say, I have concerns about my child's development, and I would like to have my child evaluated through the school system for preschool special education services. If the person who answers is unfamiliar with preschool special education, ask to speak with the school or district special education director. Children often start interacting with smartphones or tablets at an early age. Both Apple and Android devices feature built-in tools that are available to help deaf or hard of hearing children. On Apple devices, sound recognition listens for certain sounds and uses on-device intelligence to notify you when they are detected. This feature recognizes 15 different types of sounds, or you can train your device to listen for electronic sounds that are unique to your environment, like the beeping of appliances in your kitchen, specific types of alarms, or doorbells. You'll receive a notification when a particular type of sound or alert is detected. Here's a video to learn more.
With sound recognition, your iPhone or iPad can listen out for certain sounds and notify you when it recognizes them. First, we'll need to turn this feature on. In Settings, scroll down and tap Accessibility. Scroll down and tap Sound Recognition, and then tap to turn it on. Next, tap Sounds and choose which sounds you'd like your device to listen for. If you have Hey Siri turned on, you'll see a message saying that this feature will not be available when using sound recognition. To continue, tap Turn on Sound Recognition. From now on, you'll receive a notification whenever your device detects one of those sounds. Once you've turned on sound recognition for the first time, you can quickly access it by opening Control Center and tapping the sound recognition button to turn it on or off. Or touch and hold sound recognition to access the sounds menu. You can then tap a sound to add or remove it from your list. And that's how sound recognition can alert you to important sounds you might not want to miss.
On Apple devices, the Sensory Alerts feature allows your device to let you know when something's up in a way you'll notice. Choose visual or vibrating alerts for incoming phone and FaceTime calls, new text messages, new and sent email, and calendar events. You can set an LED light flash for incoming calls or have your iPhone display a photo of the caller. On Android devices, you can use the sound amplifier feature. Using your phone's microphone, hone in on certain voices for clearer conversation, such as, "Hi, Dad." Cut out distracting background noises. All you need is a pair of headphones.
You can use Sound Amplifier on your Android phone to make everyday conversations or media audio more accessible and easier to hear. To use this feature, you'll need to connect a pair of wired or wireless headphones to your Android phone. To get started, open Settings, tap Accessibility, and then tap Sound Amplifier. If Sound Amplifier is not listed, you can install it from the Google Play Store. Once Sound Amplifier is open, if you want to hear surrounding sounds in real-life conversation more clearly, tap Phone Mic. You can adjust noise reduction to block out unwanted background noise. And you can use Boost to increase quiet sounds and low or high frequency sounds. You can continue using Sound Amplifier even while doing other things on your phone. And the Sound Amplifier app runs entirely on your device, so no data is sent to a Google server without your consent. For best results, place the phone's microphone close to where the sound you want to hear comes from, near whatever person, object, or device you want to hear better. Conversation Mode is an advanced feature available on Pixel phones. If you're in a noisy environment and using a Pixel phone, tap Conversation Mode to better hear a one-on-one conversation. When you're using Conversation Mode, for the best audio experience, tap Flip Camera and have your conversation partner hold the phone and point the camera at themselves. Or if you and your conversation partner both don't want to hold the phone, you can prop it against something nearby, with the camera still pointed at the speaker. If you want to enhance audio from media on your Android phone, like a podcast, tap Phone Media, then adjust the audio boost until you find the most comfortable setting.
On Android devices, the TTS Reader app instantly reads out loud any text with natural-sounding voices. You can either enter text or provide a website address that you want it to read. We have curated a list of the best applications designed specifically for children with hearing impairments. Families and educators who have at least one student or child with a disability can register for a free membership to the Described and Captioned Media Program and access thousands of videos with high-quality captions, audio descriptions, and ASL interpretation. The site also has a series called Museum Access. Go behind the scenes for an insider's view of museums all across America. The ASL with Care Bears app would be great for deaf children who struggle with self-regulating their emotions when trying to communicate with others who don't understand them. This app is packed with over 400 signs and phrases related to feelings, hobbies, friends, family, and more. This app will keep your hands busy. Learn more at the link on the screen. The Signed Stories app is great for reading stories for deaf and hard of hearing children. It's an animated children's app that supports the Common Core curriculum and includes fairy tales, songs, nursery rhymes, and a narration of music and sound effects. They are all performed in sign language. The Smart Hands app is great for parents whose babies were born deaf or hard of hearing. The app is basically a dictionary of words that helps teach your child sign language and also includes videos demonstrating how to sign properly, and you can save the video later. The Baby Sign and Learn app is good for practicing baby-related signs with your child, which can give them a way to express themselves. This can reduce frustration and help with their language and communication skills. The Baby Beats app has activities that stimulate not only your baby's hearing, but other senses too. It can also help with early communication and development. The Harry Letters app offers a fun way to practice the sounds of letters and spoken language and is good for developing phonics and speech. The Special Words app can help your toddler develop their vocabulary and associate how words sound with what they look like in written form. There are a lot of different ways that you can use this app. The My Play Home School teaches your preschooler about objects and sounds in school so they get a chance to familiarize themselves and learn school-related vocabulary to feel more prepared for starting school. Toys and play can help develop your child's skills in a range of ways. Children can develop their attention skills by focusing on a toy, their listening skills if it makes a sound, or turn-taking skills when sharing a toy. These are important skills for communicating with others and can benefit your child's language and communication development. Other toys can use sight and vibrations to soothe if your child can't hear lullabies. Here are some sensory toys for deaf or hard of hearing babies, toddlers, and preschoolers. Touch is an important sense. Vibrating toys or pads can be a good way to calm your baby before bedtime. Like vibrating toys, night light projection toys stimulate other senses to soothe your baby or toddler. Toys that play melodies and light up or vibrate to a beat use different senses at the same time and may help your toddler listen for sounds. These can be useful for helping your child anticipate what sounds come next in a sequence or give them an audible prompt to participate in a game or activity. Sound books, such as animal or transport sounds, are a good step between babbling and trying to imitate words and can be useful for developing your child's language skills. Maximizing the benefits of playtime is essential to your child's development. Here are some tips from the National Deaf Child Society to make playtime both enjoyable and enriching. First, be child-centered. Respond to your child's needs and interests during play. Let them lead the way and show you what they enjoy and how they want to engage. Next, create good listening conditions. Whenever possible, choose a quiet, well-lit play area that minimizes background noise. This improves both communication and concentration. Use clear communication. Make sure that your child can see your face and expressions. Use gestures and signs to support your speech, enhancing understanding and engagement. Engage at eye level. Sit down or lie down to be at the same eye level as your child. This makes it easier for them to maintain eye contact with you and feels more inclusive. Consider your position during story time. Think about how you sit when you read a story. Position yourself so that your child can easily see your face and the book, facilitating better interaction and comprehension. Incorporate play into daily routines. Turn routine activities, like car rides or mealtimes, into opportunities for playful learning and interaction. This keeps everyday tasks fresh and fun. And finally, encourage social play. Play is vital for social skills development. Encourage your child to play with others, which can help them learn about sharing, cooperation, and understanding different perspectives.